Hello friends, welcome to this video, and this video is a continuation of my previous video. So if you haven't watched those videos, then click on this I button and watch those videos first and then continue with this video. But if you are familiar with the concept of classes, object and constructor, so you do not need to watch those videos, you can directly watch this video. So the topic of this video is access specifiers. So what are access specifiers? Access specifiers specify the level of access that the outside world, that is other class, object, external function and global level code, have on our class method and class data members. Access specifiers can be either public, private or protected. But why do we need them? Access specifiers are used as a key component of encapsulation and data hiding. By using either of the access specifier mentioned above, that is public, private and protected, you can hide or show the internal of your class to the outside world. So let me first give you overview what is encapsulation, which we have encountered during the access specifiers definition. So what is encapsulation? Basically encapsulation means encapsulating. So it refers to the concept where we encapsulate all the data member and the member function together to form a single unit, that is the object. We just make them encapsulating within a single unit. So now they are not a separate entity. An abstract data abstraction. So data abstraction means like hiding the implementation details. Data abstraction, any representation of data in which implementation details are hidden or abstracted. So the outside world do not need to know about the implementation details of the class. How are they implemented, what are the function and how are they working. So do not need to know them. So now let's continue with our access specifier. First we will discuss the public specifier. By default all the data member and the member functions are public. Here you can see we have this two variable and these are also public, and these three methods are also public. Even constructor method is a public. So a public access specifier provide the least protection to the internal data member and member function. A public access specifier allow the outside world to access / modify the data member directly, unlike the private and protected does. So this is a simple example of the public access specifier. So you can see we just create a class John and just accessing the data functions, not data function, the member function, that is methods, and it does not give any restriction. And even we can use these variables, change their values, like change them here. John name is equals to, let me change the name to Tony, and even change the age. Oh, I just write as hash, it need to be dollar. Age is equals to, like, let me change to 15. So now let me print this sentence again and we will see if the value changed. If the value changed, this means that we have the access modifier. Let me just do one thing. So now we can see, first when we just create the class here and echo out, we have the name of the child is John and his age is 12, and when we just change its value of the name and age, we can see it shows that the result, we have changed the name to Tony and age to 15. So you can see all the public variables and method can be accessible from the outside world and even from the inherited class. So if we just change them to private, what will happen? So let me first discuss about private. A private access specifier is used to hide the data member or member function from the outside world. This means that only the class that defines the data member and member function can have access to them. So let me just change them to private. Let us remove this var. You do not even need to write the var to create them. You can just directly write just a $sign and you can just create variable. So now we have defined these two variables as private. Now let's see, because here we are accessing them directly and modifying them, so it should give us an error. So you can see cannot access private property because they are private, so we cannot modify them directly. But if we have a function that is a public function, let me just define a public function set name this name is equals to name. So we have a public function, and through this we can just modify the variables. Let me create another function to modify the age. So now in place of them, just use these two. Set name to John, set age to 15. Now let me just refresh it. Now you can see we are accessing the private property but not directly. We are just using a public function to access them. So you always need to remember, if you just making a variable or a method private, you cannot access it directly. So this is about the private access modifier. Now it's time for the protected. So a protected access specifier is mainly used with inheritance. So a data member function declared as protected can be accessed by its class and by the base class, but not from the outside world. You can also say that the protected data member is public for the class that declares it, and its child class, but is private for the rest of the program. So to test it, we just need to write an inheritance program. Let me just write a simple inheritance program. Just remove this code, whole bunch of code. So if we just first test the protected for the outside world first. Protected TE, that's correct. protected. Now these two are protected. Let me check if we can access them directly. Comment this out, and John name. Let me just echo it out. Echo John name, and like this we can echo out the age of the John. And let me see. So yeah, we can see cannot access protected property. So for the outside world, protected is like private. Only the inherited class and the class where it is defined can access them. So now remove this code and create a new class which is inheriting child. Class like student extend child. So this is the new class student. Now let me create a function like details and echo this slash name. So oh, I haven't instantialized this class. So student can be again Tony, new student. So we pass name Tony and age is 12. So you can see no error. So now let's use the detail function to check whether we can access this name property from the superclass. Tony details. So it's a public function. Now you can see we have just printed the Tony. So this means that the protected members and functions can be accessed within that class and from the inherited class. So till now we have learned about 3 S's modifiers, that is private, public and protected. So private is only within the class, public anyone can access, and protected only within the class and the inherited class, that is base class. So I hope you clearly understand the concept of access modifiers. I hope the concept is clear to you, and if you still have some query then please comment below. I will hopefully answer all your queries. And if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. Thanks for watching this video.